So here's what we've got. This is what I call the $200,000 to $300,000 panel, kind of spreading all across California. If you are an individual agent, if you're not on a team, you can scoot it back like maybe a foot, Trevor. If you're not on a team and you're an individual agent, no TCs, all that sort of stuff, this is definitely who you want to be. I'm going to bring up the first person right now. She is got a cool little story that she's going to share with us. She's out of Coldwell Banker Sky Ridge in Arrowhead. Michelle Calkins, come on down. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here you go. There's Mike. Go in the first far seat. Next up, out of Hemet. He's been in the business a while. Maybe you or may not have heard his name over the years. He's always been one of the top agents at Kivett Teeter. And that is Mr. Tom Sorge. Come on up. Next up, out of Coldwell Banker Blackstone. Coldwell Banker Blackstone, that's right. Jason Medina, come on down. 250, 300,000 a year, does a great job. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And last but not least, the guest that was unexpected that I just invited up 5 minutes ago from Coldwell Banker Associated Brokers, Jonathan Jackson. All right, guys, so I'm going to jump right in with some of the panel questions, and I'm going to and look, if you guys have something really cool that you want to know from these guys, or whether you want to know from the $1 Million panel this afternoon, or from the listing agents or something, don't be shy. Just bring me up a note, and I'm happy to pass it along. So the first person, we're going to start with you down at the end, Michelle. I know, could you tell a little bit about your background, which I think is fascinating. You mentioned it was kind of your why, and a little bit about what your secret sauce is.
Well, I grew up in Corona and been in the mountains now for 13 years, and I absolutely love it. I told Chuck that I don't ever want to go back to where I grew up. I mean, sort of, not Corona, but the trailer park. Okay, so my mom would kill me if she heard me say that. But my mom used to work 2 jobs, and I saw her struggle, and my mom always told me, if you wanted something, you work for it. That's why I'm here.
Awesome. She knows her why. And can you talk a little bit about how your business works? How's your business breakdown?
The percentages?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to throw this out. I believe that 40% of what I'm doing right now is coming from my reviews, so that's a huge thing. My referral base is about 25%, and the other 30% is coming from word of mouth and social media.
Perfect. So she's got a pretty good idea of where her business comes from specifically. But did you guys hear the first thing she said? 40% comes from reviews alone. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But thank you. Tom, can you tell us a little bit about your background and kind of what your secret sauce is and how you work your business?
I've been with Coldwell Banker Kivett Teeter since this Friday. It will be 8 years. Before that, I worked for Denny's Restaurants as a vice president. And when I started this industry, I knew nobody. And I was very, very intrigued by getting into it. And when I did make the commitment to become a real estate agent, I was welcomed very well by my family there in the middle there. And I love it. And I think my secret really is the fact that coming from the hospitality industry at Denny's, I think it's all about how you treat people. And now, mind you, this is a secret, don't tell anyone, but the reality is that it's about how you deal with people. And I pride myself in the fact that I have 75 reviews on Zillow, and I intrigue my clients to go to Zillow and recommend me, because I think that is a huge influx of how we grow our business by those recommendations.
Great. Thank you, Tom. And what number are you at Kivett Teeter?
What number?
Yeah.
Top
Okay.
producer.
And would you be okay with being number 2 or 3?
No.
Okay. He talked to me on the phone, and I said, what motivates you, man? And he's like, being number 1. He goes, there's a couple other people that are nipping at my heels, but no, not going to let it happen. So that's what motivates him. We got the why. Jason, give us a little bit about your story and your secret sauce, buddy.
All right. So I've been in the industry 17 years. I was a lender from 2000 to 2007, and then it crashed. Went from making $500,000 in 2006 to about 100,000 in 2007, and then less than that. Jumped into real estate because I hated loans. Have been with Coldwell Banker Blackstone for 9 years now. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you mind sharing how your business breaks down real quick with everybody?
So for me, my total sides last year was 27 sides. 17 listing, 10 buyer sites. Most of my business is by referral. We do Buffini, we're a Buffini office. And so I do about 30% of what I'm supposed to do with Buffini. I think if you did 100%, you'd only do that all day long. But that's how I get my business.
So he did 27 transactions, but he sold over 12 million, and he did 300,000, which is not a bad year, right? I mean, not bad, not bad. So great job. And next to him, this is Jonathan Jackson. Jonathan's an interesting guy, and I'll explain why a little bit later. But Jonathan, what's your background, secret sauce?
So my background was in the Marine Corps. Prior to real estate, I was thank you. I was in there a little frustrated, living paycheck to paycheck. I contacted my dad, kind of looking for a handout, and I was like, Dad, I need some help here. And he was like, How about you start reading? How about you start learning instead of trying to get the easy way? So he mailed me a biography. I can't remember who it was by. Oh, I think it was a Walt Disney. And then from there, I started studying the wealthy, and I realized I didn't want to be broke anymore. Or I wasn't broke, but the Marine Corps, they pay baseline. That was the gist of that.
Awesome. Okay, and so here's something unique. I'm going to start this way with Jonathan and move back. So Jonathan got out of the Marines. You're from Philly, right? Philly. He's from Philadelphia. All of a sudden, he shows up here in Southern California in a little suburban town, and he's got to start his business from scratch, not knowing anyone at all. So this is just all about going out and getting new business. How did you start out your business? Do you have, give us the background a little bit there.
So I knew nobody, no friends, no family. I had nobody here. There's a funny story. Chuck loves the story. I saw a Ferrari in the gas station. I was like, you know what? I need business. I was about 2 weeks into real estate. Kind of blocked the gentleman in, not in an aggressive way, but I was like, hey, buddy, you look young, healthy, happy, and successful. I was like, can you tell me your secrets? But I realized that's kind of a tough question on the spot, so I kind of planted the answer for him. I said, do you have any books or anything you could recommend to help me get to your type of mindset or to, achieve my goals? And from there, we ended up doing multiple deals. I sold him a house, I bought a house with him. With his mom, we have 4 in escrow right now. So we do multiple transactions through his family just from that one leap of faith, almost like a door knock, but with a car.
All right. So imagine this. There's a Ferrari, and this young kid pulls up and blocks you in, right, and doesn't let you out and says, you're not getting out of here until you share your success secrets with me, right? And then, boom, he turns them into clients, and you guys have made a vast business doing that, correct?
Yep.
Great. Thank you. So, Jason, can you tell me, a little bit about, how does your business break down in terms of, referrals? What do you do for new business? So how do you take care of your past clients first?
So daily, my routine is when I wake up, I look at the prior day before I put all my notes in what I got to get handled first. So when I wake up, I look at my phone because my Google Calendar is priceless. Go through my calendar, I make my calls. When I'm driving somewhere, I'm making phone calls. That's how I reach my people, and that's how I keep in contact with my sphere of influence. If I had to do it all over again, when I got in the loan business, it was like McDonald's. I just closed loans and never kept in contact with those people. And so now I'm anal about keeping in touch with my people. All of my business is pretty much referral. I've just recently started to get open house agents that are working underneath me now so that I can start getting some
That'll
business.
blow them up.
Yeah,
Open houses will blow you up, man.
And it actually is. Open houses, I am not a door knocker. Not that it doesn't work, because I have friends that make a ton of money door knocking, but it's just not for me. So for me, it's adding to my team that I've just started, and so that's where I'm going to start getting additional business.
Awesome. So he's making all his money on his past clients and just now reaching into the new client world. And I'm sure you're spreading among the people that you have and all that
Yes,
sort of stuff
yeah.
too. Great, thank you. Tom, so how do you take care of your past clients and how do you develop new business?
Well, I will tell you, I'm probably a little extraordinary when it comes to taking care of clients, and that's one of the things that I share with my clients that are new, the fact that we're friends for life. I keep in contact with every single one of my clients from day one, and that does share with what I'm proud of the fact that I have 75 reviews on Zillow, and I stalk many agents that have been in the business for a very long time, and they don't have 75 reviews. They're lucky if they have 20, and I do think that that is the key to my success. I'm not opposed to running to the pharmacy to get a client medicine. I'm not opposed to taking somebody a Big Mac. Just 2 weeks ago, somebody wanted a hamburger at night. They didn't have time to get out in the heat, and I went and got him a Big Mac. True story. I take customer service to the heart, and that does reflect on my reviews. For new clients, I think the reviews are very important. I am a little over 50% full referral, and even though they were recommended to me by an aunt or an uncle or a neighbor, I asked them, in fact, I begged them to go read my reviews. They'll have more confidence in their choice to call me if they can read from the hearts of other people that have closed successfully with me. As of this Friday, I will have closed 58 sides for the last 12 months. I have 4 closing today. Not happy about being here. I'd rather be at escrow, pounding escrow desk. Out of those 58, a little bit more than 50% is referral. I have about a 20% ratio with Zap and Lead Router. And when I do get a lead off of Zap or Lead Router, my day stops, or my moment stops. I hound that till the end. I think that is a huge vehicle that we can all use as we get closer to success with Zap. Lead Router was very, very successful for me, and now as we're moving into Zap, I like those leads, because if they're going to reach out to me, I know that they're interested in buying or selling, and I can say that successfully that it's working for me. The other thing that I'm good at is what I call the right place at the right time, whether it be in the grocery store line, or whether it be at the bank, or my sign in a yard. I think I'm at the right place at the right time, and I do have a very large percentage of closed sales for that as well. Is that about it?
That's great. That's great. I mean, 58 transactions in the last 12 months. I mean, awesome, dude. Awesome. So, okay, let's move down to Michelle. So, Michelle, tell me, how do you take care of your current clients, and how do you go find new business?
I would say keeping in touch with your clients, as Tom said, is a huge thing to do. I actually send out happy house anniversary cards every year, no matter how many years it's been. I always want to knock on their door, let my clients know that I remember them. And again, the small town aspect, being in Lake Arrowhead, does help. I see those people on a regular basis out just at the restaurants and the local events. And so that's just knocking on their door is a huge thing, because now you start to see the repeat clients. So now you're selling their house again, or getting them a bigger one, or whatnot. And I work in the vacation area, so that is a plus. And then they tell their friends, and it just keeps going from there.
What business did you transition from?
Okay, so I was in the service industry. Since I was 16, I've worked in food. I was a server and then a bartender, and I gotta say, I can tell you, most bartenders would make fabulous real estate agents because they know how to multitask.
Yes, I agree. Bartending, that's a great background, right? I mean, giving people their favorite stuff.
And you know people. I mean, you want to know people? Get in a restaurant, okay? And you just face to face with new people every day, so you know how to deal with multiple personalities, the ups and downs, and that was a huge stepping stone.
So when you go look at him, you're like, that guy's an angry drunk. I don't know if I want that listing. Are you that kind of thing or not?
That happens.
Okay, good. Cool. All right, well, Jonathan Jackson, real quick. So, dude, I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this guy's got more energy than you'll ever meet in your life. So, like, what kind of things do you do to stay motivated?
It's funny you should say that, Chuck, because I'm sitting here, I've been sitting all day, and I'm like, this is the longest I've been sitting in a while. I was even thinking we should be standing during this panel, but, and then when you mentioned the angry drunk guy at the listing, that's usually me. But, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
Those cocktails, they're not mine. I forgot the question. What was it?
What keeps you motivated, man? How do you keep charging day after day after day?
Yeah, for the record, I don't have notes. You guys got notes. I'm so jealous. But with that being said, what keeps me motivated? They're good ones. I'll pass, though. But while I wake up, I have a mantra that Chuck mentioned, that all top producers that he knew or that he talked to, people that were successful, have a mantra, or something they do in the morning. And you know what? I know Chuck's really successful. He's really humble. He's not going to tell you this, so I'm gonna tell everyone. He is a big fish. And I decided to copy what he's doing. I'm like, I'm just going to copy and paste what Chuck's doing. How much easier is that? So he showed me one time that in his, this is gonna sound weird, in his shower, there's a plaque.
He has not been in my shower.
I saw a picture. It was just a plaque, and I was like, I'm just gonna copy and paste and do the exact same thing, and that's what I did. I put it in my shower, and every morning I read it, and it's a mantra. Says, today and every day, I will motivate, inspire, lead by example. I will search out and find new opportunities. I will avoid negative and healthy thoughts. I will surround myself with positive people, and I will, I forget the last one.
Follow.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
So,
Mine's
pretty cool.
shorter.
Pretty cool though. So, and the cool thing is like with you, like I got in Jonathan's car one time when he had to drive me home, and he was just stacks and stacks of Anthony Robbins CDs, and I mean everything you could possibly dream of, and he's constantly listening to that positive reinforcement stuff. And I think that has a lot to do with it too. So, Jason, can you talk a little bit about your daily routine? Like what is your routine like when from the minute you get up to like what's your work day look like?
Okay, so I wake up at 7 is when I normally get up, pretty consistently. I have 3 kids, so I have to make sure they're dialed in when I have them, and then check my emails, check my phone, and heading to the office. I have to go into the office. I'm not one of those people who could stay at home and work. Nothing would get done. And so I head into the office. Once I'm there, I go get with my team and tell them what our goals are for the day. Because
What kind of conversations do you have with your team? Like, what would you say to them? What would be?
I tell them what they need to do in regards to making phone calls, sending out text, posting something on Facebook, asking for reviews on Zillow, just so that they become more professional, which then in turn helps me become more professional. And so that's what I do with them. I'm always telling them, like, okay, so who did you talk to today? Just like my boss does to me. They are always pushing us to be better, so I push them to be better. Later
so
in the
team
day,
meeting, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, later in the day, I do flips as well. So I'm searching for properties to flip because I used to sell a lot of properties to investors, and then I was thinking, man, that investor's getting rich. And so I ended up getting into the flip industry about 2 years ago. And so I've added that to my business as well. So really, and for me, all day long, I'm just talking about lead generation. I don't really worry about if something is going south on a file. I'm really good at figuring out how to fix it and then moving forward. And if it falls out for something that I can't handle or that I can't control, I'll just find another buyer, find another. It's just, for me, it's just always lead generation.
Awesome, great, thank you. Tom, 58 deals in the last 12 months, right, you said? So
That is correct.
Tell us about your day. Tell us, do you have a team? Do you have people under you? What is, and then how do you handle your day? What does your daily schedule look like?
Well, I don't have a team. I took 4-day weekend about a month and a half ago, and I begged Hallie Bennett right there to watch my files. She did a fantastic job, but I drove her nuts. I'm so hard to work with. She did wonderfully, and Hallie, thank you for that coverage. I don't take a vacation. I don't take days off, and that's my choice. I want all the business, and my clients deserve that. My day starts every day at 6 o'clock. I'm up at 6 o'clock, and thank you for embarrassing me on your opening spiel, but I do Facebook at 6 o'clock to track my kids down to see what they're doing. And if there's any clients in there, then so be it. They've got me. Usually by 7:15, I'm heading out the door to run an errand or two, and I'm usually at the office by 8 o'clock. I will work nonstop. Few members of my office, we have a little term at night that we play at night. The phones are a little quiet, there's nobody distracting us, and I sometimes will play until 9, 10 o'clock at night because I want to get everything done, and I will get everything done before I start the next day. I have a little routine. My only downtime is at 11 o'clock at night, I play Words with Friends. That is my peace. That's my solitude, and I'm distracted sometimes with a client texting me at 11:15 when I'm in the middle of a Scrabble game, but I will stop the Scrabble game, and I will talk to the client at 11:15. I'm in this business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not because I have to, because I want to. And my clients know that. I have a little saying with my clients. In fact, I have one that I'm closing her deal tomorrow. She asked me if she gets a little distracted sometimes, because I'm so busy, what would she do if she can't reach me? And I tell all my clients, if I don't respond within 1 hour, call the police. And that is my commitment.
That's a good one.
And that is my commitment, whether it be a text, an email, or a phone call. And I'm very devoted to that, because one of the things that you said is answer your phone. I stand behind that, and that's in my profile on my website, that I will answer the phone. I think all of us can agree that's the most distracting thing in our day when we can't get a lender or another agent or anyone else to answer the phone. And that will be on my grave marker when I die, that I answered my phone. And I think that successfully is what has driven me to be a top producer.
I am totally stealing that. I mean, if you don't hear back from me within an hour, call the police. Dude, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, so Michelle, what motivates you, right? What motivates you to keep charging? You told us a little bit about your why, and what does your day look like?
I do get up early. Most days my alarm goes off at 5:30. I don't have a complete set schedule. Some days I'm at the gym, some days I'm not. Right now I'm pretty much in the office at 7 a.m. or 8, and I'm there until about 7. So I too am one who's in the office, and I do feel that I just get way more done there. That's where my tools are at, my big computer's there, and not only that, but just the team support that we get from my office. I mean, I really wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for having such fabulous mentors that I do have at my office.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start at the end, and this is kind of your kind of last hurrah here on your answers. So I would ask you this: if you could go back and visit yourself. How long have you been in the business, Michelle?
Just over 4 years.
So if you could go back the first day when you first took your desk and didn't know what to do, and go up and whisper 2 minutes into your ear some advice that you would take for the next 4 years that you learned, what would you whisper in your ear to put you ahead of where you're at now?
This was a hard one for me. Excuse me, I have to read my notes. I'm super busy. I don't have an assistant. I'll just throw real quick. I did 30, in the last 12 months, I've done 35 deals. So I do it all on my own. I'm crazy. That's why I'm at the office at 7 and I leave at 7. So the one thing I would do is tell myself to get an assistant right away, because when I'm really busy now, I want to keep that momentum, and there will probably come a time in the winter for me where I might slow down, but I don't want to. I want to just keep going. So for me, the growth would be to get help, get an assistant, so that you know your business can constantly go the speed you want it to go.
I was watching a TED Talks from like a really badass realtor who was up there, a lady, and her one piece of advice was pay A players to do the work you're not willing to do. Like there's somebody out there that will do all the things that you're not willing to do, whether it's send the text from your phone or prospect or whatever. So you would have hired somebody right away to help you do those things that you don't necessarily want to do.
Yes.
Okay, honestly. We're gonna jump to Jason. Jason, so if you could whisper in your ear too, how long you been in? 8 years, you said?
17 years.
Oh, 17, if you count loans,
lending
right?
real estate.
Okay, so
9
what,
years.
what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself to treat leads and clients like family from the beginning. If I did that when I originally started, my database would be huge because we were closing 10, 20 deals a month, and I didn't. And so when I got back into real estate, that's what I've done. And so I would just go back and tell myself to treat all of your leads and clients like family, touch them daily, not physically, but just reach out to them.
Just the hot ones.
Yeah, reach out to them and make sure that they know that you're there for them. When things go bad, reach out to them and tell them you're gonna help them get through it. If they need something on their house, I have a huge database of people I can refer out for any type of work. So if I'm the person they call if they need their car fixed, I go, I got that. I need their house fixed, I got that too. So I would just say, really, I would just tell myself to do a better job of keeping in contact.
Awesome. So I'm going to steal another line from another person I saw. I've been watching all these real estate TED Talks. I don't know if you guys ever watched, it'll suck you in. But it said almost exactly what you said. It said, so treat every client like you would want your brother treated, or like your daughter treated, or your mom treated, or whatever. So that's kind of what you mean, right? Okay. Jonathan Jackson.
Chuck, I'm going to stand up for a second. Sorry. So I give myself 2 pieces of advice. I'm still young, and most of you guys don't know me, so I'll give a little bit of my background. Just one more second of the background.
Take
I know
it,
it's not
take
what
it.
we're on, but just so there's a little bit of credibility. I did close one of my biggest months last month, a little under 50,000. Yeah, GCI, so not net, but it's all good. With that being said, I also go to school full time. I was at class till 10 p.m. last night in grad school. So I'm just trying to push hard. And what I would say to myself, if I could go back, which wouldn't be that far back, I'd say don't let society tell you what you can and can't do. That's number one. Definitely don't let society tell you what you can and can't do. And then birds of a feather flock together. Everyone's heard that saying. It stays true, and it's still going to be true forever, I believe. And that's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, and then last but not least, what advice would you give yourself, Tom?
Well, Again, I had no knowledge of this industry. I really went in blindfolded. I had high expectations that it was going to work, and clearly it has, and I'm thankful for that. I think the advice that I would give myself is the answers were right in your BRE book when you studied. It told you how to go out and get business. Right after I started and got my license, I went through the Coldwell Banker training, and they provided the answers too. It was very simple for me, and I followed those rules, or I followed those guidelines, and that was work the floor. My first year and a half, I worked the floor as much as I can. Now I don't have the time to do so. I'd love to do it to get new client base, but I worked the floor at any given time that was available. My manager at that time said, if you want to go in at night, turn the phones back on, go ahead, I can do that. And I did that, and I got leads from that as well. The other thing too that it clearly says in our education is sit open houses. I set open houses almost every single weekend my first year. And a cute little story, I'm from Hemet, and we have a lot of manufactured homes in Hemet. They sell. At one point, they were about 35% of our overall sales in Hemet. And I remember 1670 Carlotta in Sierra Dawn. It's an older mobile home. I needed to get that sold. It was my very first listing. And it came to me, and I don't know if it was somebody else's idea. I credit you. I don't know who it was, but it came to me. I'm going to sell that this weekend. And I went to Stater Brothers, and I bought 10 gallons of ice cream. I put it in the freezer, and I'm telling you, with that Sunday afternoon open house, I gave every one of those people that came in a gallon of ice cream with my business card on top. Now, where are they going after they leave my open house? They're going home. They're not going to the other open house down the street. As a result of that, it worked. I sold it that same week, and I got 3 new listings that same week in Sierra Dawn. So that is $3 for a gallon of ice cream at Stater Brothers. It works. And in this hot summer days right now, think about it when you go to your next open house. And the other thing too is work Zillow. Zillow is huge. I'm telling you, I'm going on record, and Chuck didn't believe me. I do not give Zillow 1 penny of my money. Do not give them any of your money. Why would you pay somebody else to do what you're paid to do? Zillow wants me to give them their money, or my money. But being a top producer and being 75 reviews, they reach out to me at least twice a week wanting me to take this zip code or take this area code. I just give them Bud Feaster's number, and Bud Feaster hangs up on them. But the reality is that you've got to work Zillow. And don't be afraid. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to ask people for their reviews or reviews on you. And every single week, I at least get a review. And I'm proud of that. I work hard for that. So to answer your question, go back. It's all in the book. You know, work online, sit open houses, sit floor time, and don't be afraid to reach out and shake a hand.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, guys, so what do you guys think of the panel? Thank you guys very much. Just hang out. Hang out for a minute. Okay, so we went a little out of order, so I'm just going to change things up real quick. But first off, just so you guys know, I want to thank all the vendors. That's Supreme Auctions, that's Lead Home Inspection, Elevated Network, The Bling Lady, Tycor, Fidelity Title, Old Republic, Career Compass, Sunrun Solar, and I'm missing somebody over there because I can't see their sign. That's on them. Just kidding. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys all. We really appreciate it. Let me just grab something here. I'm going to have all of the contestants come up for the Sell Me This House contest. So come on up, guys. Come on up. Just have a seat. Let me tell you what this is about. So each person from these 6 companies received a photo of a property, okay? And they have to basically, in 2 minutes, impress you to want to buy this property, okay? So we're going to start, by the way, so I'm going to just introduce them real quick. First up, on the far left, we have Alliance. Okay, oh, wait, are we in the right order? Does this bother anybody that they're not in the right order? Or is that just me, my OCD? Okay, I can deal with this. All right, so first up from Alliance, we have Valerie Hernandez. We have Janelle Oldendorf from Kivett Teeter. Brady Hauser from Skyridge. Liz Garcia from West. Tisha Aiken from Coldwell Banker Associated Brokers. And Ian Hand from Coastal Alliance. Now, last year, Coastal Alliance won. Ian is the returning champion, okay? Now, you guys see that big candy prize over there? That was made by Fidelity Home Warranty. Whichever one wins, all that candy goes to your office, okay? So these guys are representing their office. Hey, and all you West people and stuff, don't be cheering just because, you got to pick the best one, okay? The one that's the most creative. She is the best one. So, okay, here we go. First up, Valerie Hernandez is going to be up first, and this is the home that she is selling. 2 minutes, Valerie. Let me get you a mic. Check, check. Check, check.
2 minutes for a woman?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm selling the Soul Residence. Okay? This stately and historical home has been previously owned by the notable Doc Martin. He sold to Chuck Taylor in 1999. This is a once-in-a-lifetime for you to own a revolutionary, exclusive, powered smart home. To boot up all the smart home devices that control room temperatures, lighting, safety features, and the mood, simply command Alexa with your voice. This home features over 3,200 square feet of living space and is on 24,000 square feet lot. This home has 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. The first level this first level has a large formal living room and a dining room. The kitchen has quartz countertops, Sub-Zero custom refrigerator, and Viking appliances, which is the heart and soul of this home. This is an entertainment delight. However, it allows you enough privacy to shoo out any of the party crashers.
All right, cool. Valerie Hernandez. Next up, we have Janelle Oldendorf.
Location, location, location. The erosion getaway won't hang around long. Located on the cliff of death, your breath will be taken away as you hold on for dear life, as you take in the life-threatening views from the master bedroom. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath may need a little support, but it is considered a smart home. With the high technology cameras installed throughout the home, you'll be able to monitor your home downward slide. The kitchen fell off the cliff, but the glass is half full. No updates are needed. A detached garage is located at the bottom of this slippery slope. And a backyard made for slip and slide entertainment. So overlook the shortfall. It has potential. And if you are still on the edge about this home, you have to go out there, jump off the cliff, because it's an avalanche of a deal.
Janelle Oldendorf. Next up, we have Brady Hauser. Heuser. Brady Heuser.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Brady Heuser, and I work here for Coldwell Banker. Hold on to your hats and glasses, because this property is going to knock your socks off. Calling all investors, families, stockbrokers, entertainers, hipsters, squatters, bums. This is the perfect property for you. We call this the Walter White property. It's located in the up-and-coming neighborhood tucked in the backwoods of the Bankhead Forest here in Alabama. This unique multi-unit complex of luxury tiny homes has room for everyone. Enjoy level entry living for the older folk, or unbelievable views from the penthouse. Penthouse also equipped with a nude sun deck and pool view. This luxury pool can also be used as a bathtub, laundry, drinking water, and a hot tub in the middle of July. This multi-unit complex is wind energy power. See up there in the top left corner? There are a couple holes, skylights, to let in all the natural light. This unit also comes with 2 goats, so no need to cut the grass. This multi-level unit helps you get all your steps in with that fancy Fitbit you got there on your arm. This property is listed for $1.3 million and can be found on our new global luxury website. While showing Don't Bother Gertrude in the green home, we're not sure if she's alive or dead, but if you bug her in the middle of that Maury Povich binge watching, you will be.
Pretty good. All right, next up we have Liz Garcia from Coldwell Banker West.
Coldwell Banker. Hi guys, well this home you could enjoy the beautiful sunset views, the endless backyard, ocean views, and night skies from this one-of-a-kind home. This stilted wonder, as you can see, gives you access to fresh sushi all day and every day. Perfect for that pescatarian in your life. Take advantage of this private island-style home with no neighbors in sight. Easily park your yacht by the back door or swim up and pole dance your way up to this living room. There's no flood insurance needed unless you want to make it a smart home, then you definitely need flood insurance. You'll have to survive all those high tides and, it sits high enough to survive all the high tides and avoid any flooding. This home sweet home can be yours for the right price.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, next up we have Tisha Aiken from Associated Brokers.
Jackpot! Like the Jeffersons, consider yourself moved up. This gem comes straight from the backyard of George Lucas's childhood home. Your private aerial tram cart is definitely for the lighthearted and packer. Dual staircases provide front and rear entry, because who doesn't enjoy that? Feel the wind on your scalp with your private zip line. Now you can sail your way right into your own meadow of possibilities or weed, whichever the state will allow. Several step your way into this open floor plan, guaranteed to bring you balance. Actually, will require it. With smart home, earth-friendly features, this awesome package comes with surround sound. This will allow you to hear all prohibited schools and parks. A 365 air conditioning system. For those who are not familiar with such home smart feature, this is 3 windows open with a 65-mile-an-hour tornado. Step back, Ben Franklin. When the weather permits, enjoy your free electricity. Beautifully upgraded master bedroom / living room / kitchen table with all the best particle board offered. Cozy floor-to-ceiling green micro felt walls, allowing the DIYer in you to proudly Velcro all those Pinterestly ideas such as JCPenney bra ads, your Pearl paperwork, or whatever fits your fancy. Be prepared to be the pillar in your community, literally, as you are the town cell tower for 5 square miles. No flood insurance or septic pumping for this sparkle in the sky with a newly designed dump and splash feature. So grab your lender, folks, as this is FHA amazing.
Cool. Okay. And from Coastal Alliance, our returning champion, Ian Hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, yabba dabba doo! Today I have a deal for you. From the pinnacle of Coldwell Banker's global luxury mark, I'm proud to present, from circa 2000 BC, the Flintstone home. Fred has come of age, Stone Age, and has bought a retirement cave in Seizure World. This outstanding home features extensive use of natural materials, enough to make Frank Lloyd Wright turn in his mausoleum. Chiseled from top quality travertine conglomerate, this home really rocks. There are peekaboo views of the quarry. This home has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with the latest in no-flush toilets, as well designer touches that won't go extinct. A whalebone-supported portico hides the double entry doors. This home has smart home technology with the very latest in geothermal heating. There is a dinosaur run for Dino, and Pebbles left plenty of rocks to chuck at Bam Bam. There is even a ballroom, a room where Fred and his mate Barney polish their balls. Bocce balls, golf balls and bowling balls. To present this home in such an exquisite manner, Fred and Wilma left no stone unturned. A truly unique offering, a rare home that you can visit and get stoned concurrently. So use showing time for an appointment. This home is an investment that will prove to be truly rock solid and will stand the test of time. And you'll have a real gay old time.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. All right, guys, so here we go. Okay, we got to choose which one was the most creative. Remember, the winner gets the prize for their office. So let's go back to the beginning, all the way to the beginning. Hang on a second. There we go. All right, so Valerie Hernandez. What do you guys say? Janelle. Brady. Liz. And Tisha. Ooh. All right, and Ian. Okay, thank you, contestants, everybody but Brady and Tisha. Thank you guys very much, because we definitely are down to the end. So come on down, Ian. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job. All right, so now one more time, we got to make a decision here, right? So let's get down to it. Hang on. Tisha. Brady. I mean, what do you guys think? All right. Sorry, hey, you got to pick one. Don't just cheer for, all right, you got to pick one. Ready? Tisha. Brady. Hey, I'm not just saying this because she's Associated Brokers, but I think Tisha takes it. So, but I do have something cool. We actually, thanks to Fidelity Home Warranty, we have prizes for both first and second. So you guys got it. There you go. So we'll bring them over to you, okay? Thank you guys very much.